Good morning, everyone.
Good
Welcome
morning.
welcome to our Mind the Moments Thursday morning gathering, brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Tufts Health Plan. This is a place where we invite experienced mindfulness instructors to speak with us about what mindfulness means to them and to discuss as a community how we can incorporate these practices into our daily lives. I'm Suzanne Rowe Palacino, and if you can notice, whether she's, I think up above me, Tara Healey, founder
Oh,
and
is that
director.
how it looks?
Yeah.
We're not side by side?
Oh no, I have
Oh, you have a
my
different
screen
view. Okay.
minimized. Yeah, but founder and director of Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare's mindfulness program. Good morning, Tara.
Good morning, and welcome everyone.
Yeah, nice to have you here this morning, and nice to
Thanks.
see
Happy to be
folks join.
here.
Yeah, as we approach our 4th of July weekend. So Tara will start us off with a question, as we always do, and
Yep.
share some thoughts with us, and then guide us in a meditation practice for about 12 minutes. And so if you want to go to the bottom of your screen, open up the chat, and that'll give you an opportunity to see comments coming in and any questions that we might offer, the answers to those. So Tara, what question do you have for us this morning?
Yeah. Well, this morning as I was thinking about the long weekend and the 4th of July and what that means, and the theme of independence and of freedom, and of course, in a large way, it's independence from Great Britain, historically. But I thought for this morning to think really broadly about what freedom means as it relates to this practice. And that in many ways, we are doing this work to have more freedom within our minds. So freedom from difficult or afflictive emotions such as fear or anger. And not that we prevent those or don't want those emotions to arise. We do, and we're human, and they will. But the idea is that we're not so caught up in them that we have some space to work with them. And, a kind of simple example could be when someone provokes you in some way and you come out of the gate with a reactive response. And the idea with the practice is that we're sort of getting more in the driver's seat of our emotional life so that we can see that provocation sooner. So we see that we've been provoked, we can take a breath and then respond with something that's in much better alignment with our own value system. So we have more ability to navigate difficult mind states. And, it's one of the reasons that I think this practice is so powerful is that we're cultivating qualities of mind that are pro-social, compassion, kindness, and an ability to have some stability during unsettling and difficult times. So the question is related to that. And what have you noticed in terms of your own emotional life as it relates to this practice and this idea of freedom? Where have you seen the benefits play out? And if you're brand new to the practice, what would be your greatest hope or aspiration for what this practice might be able to offer? And while there's a lot of science that supports what happens to the brain as a result of this practice, I always say really the better test is the empirical one, meaning, you are the scientist and you're also the subject. So you get to see over time how this practice is supporting you. Because sometimes we don't know until we're in difficult situations. We just have to have a certain amount of trust and patience, and then the discipline to do it daily or daily-ish before we notice. Yeah. So what have you noticed in terms of this practice? And Suzanne, we'll start with you while folks are getting their thoughts together, and I'll share as well.
Yeah, so I would say um, giving myself a little reprieve from difficult emotions has been something I've noticed, where if I'm going through something, if I have the time, even if I do a 2 minute or 5 minute practice, it gives me a little space from that emotion to step back and see it a little more clearly.
Yeah.
um, and to and to also know that I'm not my emotions, that
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
separate from
Yeah.
me, and
Yes.
that to a certain extent I have a choice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's your thought on
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, I feel like more than anything, like it puts me back in the driver's seat of my own emotional life. So I'm not triggered in such a way that I'm doing or saying things that I regret. And when I do, because I'm human, I see that clearly. And then, do my best to offer a sense of forgiveness, and compassion for having said or done something I wish I didn't. But the thing that's most stands out to me was just recent. So my father, who's 92, is not well. He's on hospice, but he's kind of a force. So I took him grocery shopping yesterday with his partner, who's 85, and it just was somewhat of an ordeal. And it was also like I felt just there's like a sadness and a heaviness because I'm really watching him getting ready to exit. And but at the same time, I have to say, and I remember thinking it while I was in the grocery store, that this practice was supporting me. Like I felt grounded, I felt stable, and I felt helpful. And yeah, so it struck me yesterday, which is in part why I wanted to start with this question today, because I felt like I had some stability and groundedness during just like a difficult morning yesterday.
Mm,
Um,
yeah, so
yeah,
true.
so
How
I'd
we
love to see what folks are
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Yeah,
calmness even in challenging circumstances, learning how to pause mindfully,
yeah,
freedom from reactivity and grasping, that are able to recognize a strong emotion.
yeah,
Body may not be as it appears. Another way to
yeah.
perceive it. Yeah. Calmness and ability to see there are choices. Peace.
Wow, wow. I love hearing from all of you. These are
Yeah. Is
um,
it true? Is my difficult situation true? Or is it my story?
right. Absolutely. Yeah, this is the hope of this practice and the asking, is this actually true? Is it true? And you don't even have to have an answer to that question.
Mm,
And my teachers over the years have often said, just pose the question to yourself and just that's it. That's all you have to do. Um, you don't have to search for an answer. That the question has just been posed. And yeah, I think Teresa, what you're saying also, yeah, like that's why the practice requires some degree of trust, patience, and discipline. Like those are the three things, just the doing of it. And all the neuroscience points to the consistency is really, really important. So even if it's 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, like it matters. It matters. And it's cumulative over time. But we start to see our habit patterns more clearly. And then we can, as many of you are saying, we then actually have a choice. So we're not so reactive. It's like the culprit has been seen. Okay, and it's not a long drawn out process, it's seconds. You see the provocation, take a breath, and then proceed with, or not, maybe don't say that thing you were about to say. Like that's the beauty of it.
mm.
um,
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. So
Yeah.
with that, Suzanne, unless you had anything else you wanted to say?
No, I think
Okay.
hearing everybody's experiences is really helpful.
Yeah, really great. Right, right in line, like so aligned with what this practice can offer us. And so I just thought, as we head into the holiday weekend, we can kick it off with this practice together, offer ourselves stability, whether we're going to be with family, friends, that, so, all right. So we're just going to do a classic practice today. I'm going to start us off with a body scan, and then we'll land attention on an anchor, whether that be breath sensation, wherever in the body you notice it most. It could be chest, abdomen, nostrils, or someplace else. You could also use sound. You could do open awareness, or another body sensation. So let's go ahead and get started. Eyes open or closed, standing or seated, whatever feels like it's going to serve you best this morning. And take a couple deep breaths on your own to help settle any surface tension from your activity so far. Make that exhalation a little bit longer than the inhalation. See if you can surrender into the support of the earth beneath you. Just really drop your weight in, but maintain a spine that is straight but not stiff. Just notice how the body is from your activity already so far. What are the sensations that are making themselves known? A pulsing or a vibration? Perhaps the points of contact with the back of the body and the surface or the soles of the feet. Aware of the whole body. And let's, for a moment, expand our awareness outside the body to hear sound in the room or outside of the room. Just receiving sound. And bringing awareness back inward, allowing sound to remain as it will, of course, in the background, not a problem. And let's kind of scan through the body, starting at the top of the head, moving down over the sides and the back of the head, and bringing awareness to the face, softening the area around the eyes and the jaw, relaxing the tongue. Sweeping awareness down over the neck and shoulders, and the upper arms, elbows, forearms, and hands. Noticing sensation or lack of sensation, releasing and softening to the degree that you can. Bringing awareness to the torso, front and back of the body, internally. And moving now to the hips and thighs, to the knees, the lower legs, the feet. Isolating this part of the body in your field of awareness and just simply noticing, aware of sensation, perhaps points of contact or other sensation or lack of sensation. And go ahead and release that, coming back to whole body awareness. And begin to notice the rhythm of your breath, and however you're breathing is perfect. So whether your breathing is rapid or shallow, however it is fine. And the body has the wisdom to regulate itself. Just become aware of your breathing. As you breathe in and breathe out, where in the body is the in-breath and the out-breath most notable? Where do you feel that rise and fall? Where is it most prominent? And for the remainder of the practice, we'll let your attention, awareness rest on that part of the body when you inhale and exhale, and you feel it the strongest. Alternatively, another sensation, back of the body and points of contact, or the hands on the thighs, or even sound. And I'll be quiet for the next several minutes. Noticing where the mind is. And gently releasing the memory or the planning or whatever, wherever the mind may have been, the narrative. Just simply soften your body. There's often a subtle contraction when we are thinking, and remember, just thoughts slip in unnoticed often. So just soften the body and return to your anchor, whatever you're using, tracking breath sensation or sound or another body sensation. And as we bring this meditation to a close, may we be peaceful and at ease. May our heart be soft and open. May we be safe and protected, and our bodies healthy and strong. And may we wish this for all of those known and unknown to us. May the merit of our practice be for the benefit of all beings everywhere. And if your eyes were closed, you can open. And if they were open, taking a moment just to kind of reorient to the space that you're in. I have a question for all of you, and you can, put it in. I tend to do large spaces between saying anything. And I just want to know how that feels for you, because it's, you can comment if you like it, because I let it like 3 minutes, 4 minutes without anything, very consciously making sure that I'm not speaking the whole time. So you can, let me know what you think about the spaces. Yeah.
It's like some people really like it, so that's interesting. Perfect.
Okay, good. Oh, great. Oh, nice. Thank you. That's that's great.
Yeah, it gives us an opportunity to practice those, like what people mention, getting back to the anchor. So I think
Okay,
I think it's helpful. Folks have.
Oh, and like that I told you ahead of time, yeah, I think because there's a lot of different teachers on the Tuesday. Wednesday's always Suzanne, but Thursday, and everyone has a little bit of a different, which is good. I mean, over the years to practice myself, having practiced with many teachers and different styles, it's been enormously beneficial. So I just wanted to make sure that that silence felt okay, because yeah.
No, I thought that was, it seemed like just the right amount too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the first one was 4 minutes, maybe something like that. I was timing it. I think we had a
Yeah. Thank you, Tara, for your
um
question and for your teaching. And, I also noticed Kristen's comment from earlier about how she can sense when she hasn't practiced that,
yes,
that it affects the way she reacts to things. And I've noticed the same thing. If there's a day that I wasn't able to practice for some reason, it definitely shows up. So
it does.
interesting to see that
Yes.
change.
Yeah, and that's again, like, we get to test that for ourselves, right? Like, you see as the scientist of your own mind how it matters. And I really just want to emphasize that any amount of time matters. Ultimately the idea is that there's practice and benefit are proportional, so that if you practice a little, you're probably going to start to see a little bit of change in your life, and that it's in proportion. So it all matters, even if you just have a day. Sometimes traveling, it's hard, but you could grab like a few 2 or 3 minute opportunities.
Yeah. So
And the beauty is no one needs to know what you're doing. You could do it in the grocery store, like in the line.
Yeah. And that's true. There are opportunities, even if they're small, to do these practices. So
yes. I noticed earlier too, somebody else was telling their family when they need a mindful moment, like if they've been provoked. And that's also like a great thing, is that, because it demonstrates to others too, that you're working a difficult emotion that has arisen. And the idea is you don't want to be reactive from that emotion. You want to be responsive and thoughtful and in alignment. Yeah.
No, those pauses can be very helpful.
Yeah. Imagine if everyone in the entire world did this. Love that.
Yeah, no, it is so true. And, the hope is this mindfulness movement, however it ramifies itself, is always going to be better than no movement at all, for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, so happy to have you all here with us this morning, and obviously to have Tara here. So thank you, Tara, for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Suzanne, for hosting, and for everybody for coming. It means a lot to be together, to have this community, and really, really valuable. So thanks, everybody. Thank you for your comments and insights. And
yeah, we look forward to seeing you next week. Hopefully you'll have a wonderful and safe holiday. And we'll see you on Tuesday. We have Mary Star Green coming.
Oh, great. Yeah. They're all like, so they're all great.
Yeah.
Yes. Enjoy the long weekend, everybody. And great to be with you. Be safe, be well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we will see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.